Okay guys, here with another video like I said I would be, wearing exactly the same clothes as I was about 5 minutes ago when I recorded the previous one. But today I'm going to do a little bit more of a controversial one. I'm going to do the worst overhyped games. Please remember these are my opinions. Don't really want many comments saying, oh you're shit, you're this, go and get a life. This is just my opinion, so yeah, worst overhyped games. Just as a quick note as well, I'm not saying that all of these games are bad. Some of I think my top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, first 5 games I actually quite enjoyed, but they're very, very overhyped and didn't live up to the hype. So anyway, get started. Number 10 is Dead Rising 2. Now this had an awful lot of hype over it. Dead Rising probably wasn't a very heard of game, probably should have been in my underrated games, but it wasn't. So yeah, everyone's like, oh, Dead Rising 2, it's going to be absolutely fantastic, you can do this, you can do that. Then it came out and it was like, all the fun was sucked out of it, and even though you could run around and you could still kill zombies and do whatever you wanted, the first thing they did wrong was like take away the camera. Because you couldn't take pictures of them when they're like, falling on their head and doing really stupid things like that, and a lot of the side quests in Dead Rising 1 were camera quests, which made it quite fun because you could take a picture of a load of zombies and get a really high PP for it. It was just fun. Second thing, and probably the biggest thing actually, was they took Frank out. A lot of people, when playing games, when playing sequels, say, oh, give us new characters, we want new characters, we want fresh ideas. But taking Frank out and putting Chuck in actually really ruined it, because Chuck is just this really boring person. He just has no life, and he's really boring. And it's just boring. And the fact that you have to get Zombrex for his daughter every hour, well, not every hour, but no, every 24 hours. Every in-game 24 hours. I mean, fair enough, but I feel like I'm running around looking for Zombrex rather than actually running around aimlessly. And I don't want to kill his daughter because I'm going to feel really bad about that. So yeah, it's a good game, but didn't live up to the hype. Number 9 is Portal 2. Not many people played the first Portal unless they bought the orange box, which a lot of people did, but they bought it mainly for Half-Life. Portal 2 is good, don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed it, but it's nowhere near as good as the first one. Nowhere near. Number 8, Star Wars Force Unleashed 2. Now, I thoroughly enjoyed the first Star Wars, played it for absolute hours, couldn't wait for the second one. I got the special edition, put it in, and I had it finished within about 3-4 hours, and I was like, oh, is that it? Yeah, that's kind of it. Oh, right, okay, fine. Anything else? No, just some shitty challenges that you have to do that are like half impossible. Alright, okay. So I paid £25 for a game that lasted me 3 hours. Thanks for that. I mean, the force powers were great, the gameplay was great, but it just didn't last. The storyline was okay actually, I'm not going to say it was shit. Definitely set up for a sequel, but I really, really hope they go back to the first one, take everything out of the first one, and put it into the third one. Because the second one was just like, kind of like the second series of Heroes. Like, the first one was epic, the second one was a bit of a letdown, then the third one it got back up. So yeah, I mean, it's good, don't get me wrong, but it could have lasted a lot longer. They could have really dragged it out. Number 7, GTA 4. Bought this game. Actually, no, I never actually bought GTA 4. I bought GTA 4 episodes from Liberty City. So that is the DLC that had the Lost and Damned and Baldur's Gate only on. I bought the disc, or the discs, because there was 2 of them. Never actually played the original GTA 4, so I probably shouldn't have put GTA 4, but anyway. Yeah, the 2 side mission DLCs, they were pretty good, but it just felt that there was no fun in them. It was too serious. Because in San Andreas you have your best friend who's like some sort of weed person, and he smokes this, smokes that, he does this. You can, in San Andreas, you can drive, pick up a woman, shag it, and then kill her for her money. But how is, you know, what happened to that? Why can't you do that? But yeah, they just pretty much sucked all the fun out of the GTA series and just slapped a boring game into it. Not even the Ballad of Gay Tony was any fun. The Lost and Damned was really bland colours. Didn't really like that one, it was a bit too dark for me. Number 6, another very overhyped game was Fear 3. In playing this, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was an absolutely fantastic game, but it's very, very overhyped. Fear is supposed to be a horror series. Fear 3 scared me once. Yes, that once did send absolute shivers. Sorry, twice. It did make me almost shit myself, but twice in a horror game. I can recall at least 100 times actually shitting myself. Obviously not actually shitting myself, in Dead Space. And just sat there being like, oh my god, I'm gonna die, I am gonna die, I am gonna die. But in Fear 3 there was none of that. It was just when that girl appeared, and then she was like on the escalator next to you, and then she disappeared. The second time playing through, I didn't find it scary at all. Nothing. It's a very good first-person shooter, but it's not a horror game. 5 probably should be number 1, but Lost Planet 2, absolute shit game. 4, Fallout 3. That's going to get a lot of hate. I absolutely despise Fallout 3. I think it is one of the shittest games I've ever played. It is so boring. I stepped out of the vault after having a birthday party, or someone else's birthday party. I was then greeted by a wasteland. I walked for half an hour before I found some town where I broke into every house and found absolutely jack shit. Number 3, Uncharted 2. Absolute crap version of Assassin's Creed 2, or Assassin's Creed series in general. I do feel very sorry for people who are fans of these games. I don't mean to be so obscene in the way that I'm describing them, but there's not really any other way I can describe them. Number 2, Gears of War. I absolutely hate those games. Absolutely hate them. They are the worst overhyped games almost ever. I would rather play My Little Pony for 5 hours than play 1 minute of Gears of War, because it is boring. I played the first one, I bought it, I sold it. I played the second one with my friends on co-op, and it was boring. I walked through a tunnel for an hour in pitch black to be mauled to death by these creatures that appeared out of absolutely nowhere. Number 1 is BioShock. I cannot describe how much I despise this game. I think it is probably the worst overhyped game ever. It beats Gears of War, it beats Uncharted, beats Fallout 3, it even is worse than Lost Planet 2. Of course this is all my opinion, and I do understand I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but please don't hate me. But yeah, BioShock is absolute crap. I really hated it. I played the demo, and I played the demo 3 times, and I hated it more. The more I played it, the more I hated it. So I thought, right, it's a demo. You shouldn't go on demos, you should go on the full thing. So I rented it. I played it for about 3 hours, and I hated every second of it. I had to force myself to play it, it was that bad. So they're my top 10 worst overhyped games. I realise I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but I probably don't think I'm going to get as much as what I am going to get. So let me know what you think. What you think your worst overhyped games are. If you hate Mass Effect, if you hate, you know, Elder Scrolls, anything, just say what you think should have been on the list. And you know, if you absolutely love BioShock, tell me why. You know, just your comments, and you know, let me know what you think of the games. But please just don't tell me how much of an absolute prick I am for putting this on YouTube. So see you next time, guys. Hopefully you're still watching my channel. See ya!